Hello, and welcome to Damsels in Distress. This week, we will be distressing the damsels.
As we do every week.
In Dimos?
There.
Dimos and
Dimos.
Damsels.
Wait, it's
Do
my...
an intro.
Oh, my spoon is in the DM camera.
Oh.
Can you like whack Lyndon in the camera with a spoon?
It's payback for fucking Bobby.
Michael's Manor.
Yeah.
No,
Watch that if you haven't. It's good.
IDN.
that was so long ago.
True.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, you should have watched it. No excuses.
The Bobby Bobbington Show, as it's known here.
I mean, a Michael's show.
The Geraldine show.
I think you'll find I'm the one that made the whole show, actually.
Weird, because literally nobody calls it the Maijai Show.
True, but I'm also Michael, and it is Michael's man.
That is true.
Michael.
I am Michael.
Robert. My surname is Michael. Anyway, off track.
The Michaels could still possess us apparently anytime we talk about them, so we'll move on.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, it was weird doing the Mina voice dressed like Rosalind.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You know you were like doing the thing with your pen earlier where you were really like Mina with her thing. Funny. Anyway, sorry.
So I thought you had something to say.
No.
You looked very.
You were doing the like politician thing.
Same.
You seemed important there with your
No.
spoon.
I'm not important. Register to vote.
That was
That would've
months
been
ago.
Ages ago.
Yeah, but anytime.
We're now living in a new hellscape with different leaders,
Yeah. Hopefully.
but the same bullshit.
Anyway, maybe we should cut
Can we
this.
play the game? Tommy is getting...
Last week, you went to visit the Viscount to apologise and grovel before him. It didn't really work, but it wasn't the worst that could happen. He asked you to... He tasked you with apologising to the family of the man you murdered. Although obviously not admitting that you murdered him, because that would be awkward.
Yeah, imagine walking up to somebody and be like,
Sorry.
I murdered your son.
Sorry, I did a bad thing.
I will pay
But I'll pay for it.
I got a bit silly.
Agatha,
Hello.
you went to visit Duna.
I did. Well, that was actually in the first episode.
Did
First
you
two
end up
episodes ago.
doing it?
Was it?
I did not
Yeah, that
do
was the
Duna.
first one.
Yeah.
Okay, so you all went to the Viscounts,
Yeah.
It was really awkward.
and then you went home, spoke to Jonathan. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was basically it.
Yeah.
There was just a lot of awkward silence.
Thrilling episode.
We're possibly going to die.
Yeah.
Rosalind has a plan
Yeah.
to convince the Viscount to not.
And Talia's officially moved back to the Velvet Masquerade.
Yeah.
We are officially a fully split party.
We are. We're in
Yeah.
our split party era.
Wow.
Why did I say I don't
No. Welcome to the Eras tour of.
Mm.
The way that I am just living entirely with men now.
Ew.
Yeah.
But one of them's your
Hey,
brother.
I probably have one female servant to help me get dressed, right?
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
That's it though.
No, there's at least 3 or 4.
Yeah, they're in the fucking kitchens.
Probably.
But
Everyone's in the kitchens.
Jonathan's
Yeah.
always in the kitchen. It's his safe space, apparently.
Intro. And we're back. Shall we begin?
Go on then.
Who would like to go first?
So I've gone back to my room and I'm packing.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm in there with you.
oh yeah, you've just said you'll go back to bed there.
Yeah.
And once I've finished packing, are you still in the room? Or will you have left?
If you're packing, I probably I'd probably go pack some things of mine as well. What were you even packing?
Taya's going to the Velvet Masquerade to stay.
Oh, sorry. I thought that's.
Imagine you both get on. Both get on some carriages, and you just go off to different ways. Oh, she's getting a separate carriage because we have so much luggage. You get back, your mother's there. Tyler's going to be here any second. It'll be fine.
I misunderstood. You're going to the Velvet Masquerade. I will just sit there then and watch.
You know, where I've said that I'm going to go for the past 2 episodes.
I'm silly.
And then when I finish packing, I think you've got a letter of mine.
Yeah, so I'll go grab it for you. I'll leave.
Mm-hmm.
To mine and Thomas's room. Is that? That's mine. No.
I don't like this.
You didn't read it in the time you had it?
I was respectful.
Inside. No, I'm kidding.
You've literally been with me the whole time.
I know.
So.
Cool. And I will just hold on to that.
Mm-hmm. For some bedtime reading. Happy sleep.
So I'm gonna, unless Jonathan comes to find me, I guess I'll go.
Okay.
In my mind, it's been an hour, so.
Sure, you can go look around. You end up knocking eventually on Lucas's room. You've looked everywhere else. It's the last place because that's where he is. You find him eventually in Lucas's room, where they're having some sort of discussion. He just calls and says you can enter.
I'll open the door.
Mm-hmm. Ah, Rosalind. Nope, Talia.
That's all Lucas thinks.
No, that was still Jonathan.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was.
Yeah. Think so much of yourself, don't you?
Actually, no. Rosalind thinks she's.
Anyway.
Sorry.
Anyway. I heard you packing.
Well, I did tell you I was going to do that.
Yes. Very well. Lucas here is not sure what to offer, unfortunately.
Well, that's all right. I thought that I'd be leaving with nothing anyway. Like you don't know where I am.
No. Thankfully, I'm the only one that does, I suppose.
What?
You're hanging out in a house of disrepute.
Right.
Well, we can't have people knowing that.
Why is Harold allowed there and when I'm not?
Hanging out in a house of disrepute.
What Agatha's father chooses to do is really not my concern. And you're about to say, why is it any of my concern? But your father has placed much of you in my responsibilities, so in his
You've done
absence.
an awfully good job so far. I actually think you'll find I'm a lot more protected by Madam and a lot more welcomed by her than by you at the moment.
And should anybody discover that you are staying there, your reputation will be ruined. And your father would be very upset with you.
I'm not sure I agree.
I think you'll find he would be. He's worked very hard for you to maintain the life that you have.
Yes, my life is very the same as what it was when I last saw him. I'm certain of it.
Very well, go. Talia, I have a word, please, We can talk in the hallway as you walk. It's fine, if that's okay.
Okay. I stopped when he stopped speaking.
Cool. So, Rosalind is really leaving to get married to this Viscount? I don't understand why.
What don't you understand?
Why jump all the way to like a last resort when we surely have other plans we could put into action first? She didn't even speak to any of us about it.
I think she was worried that we wouldn't let her. And I think she thought this was the only thing that she could do to make sure none of us got hurt in the process.
She has so much more to learn still. I've barely begun teaching her Latin. And her spells? How will she continue her lessons if she's...
I'm sure she will find a way to keep practicing. We must have faith that she knows what she's doing.
I guess so. Well, tell her Oliver misses her. And that I'm sorry I can't come visit her, I suppose.
Why couldn't you?
I'll just,
It seemed
you know.
like we defeated the things that were hunting us. We haven't been... And if you're in the day, I think maybe a bit of sunlight might be good for you at some point. And if you want me there, I can be there. I'll take care of you.
No, I'm fine, thank you. I'm just going to go to the kitchens and make myself something to eat. Okay, see you later. I suppose. Unless you're not coming back either.
I'm sure I'll be back at some point. I just can't.
Okay. Okay, goodbye.
Walk off.
Mm-hmm.
I will have said goodbye to you, I guess.
Yeah. I could.
I mean, I'll come and say goodbye, but it's
I'm
I'm
sat in our shared room. I'm a bit conflicted because I would sleep in the double bed when Thomas was here, but if he wasn't, I'd sleep with you guys. So now I'm just gonna be alone.
What?
She's gonna sleep with Lucas.
She's going to ask me to move the bed into Harold's room.
Yeah.
Fucking called it. I saw the moment it hit.
Wow, you're a fucking mind reader. Wow.
I'm not doing it until Agatha asks in game.
Could you do me a favour, please?
Sure.
Could you help me move the bed into my father's room?
How far away is our room from Harold's room?
It's down the corridor.
This is not too far.
Mm.
I'm alright.
Thank you.
Alright, guess I'll move the bed.
Sure, you do that.
Dragging it along.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Leave some nasty scratches in the tiles.
No, I don't. Yeah, I do. I don't. I give a fuck.
Jonathan stands in a hallway looking at the scratches.
Ball. I'll just look at them, look at him, and keep on moving. Well, you know where I am if you want me.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have another way of contacting me, so.
Right. Thank you. Bye.
No, I will leave. It's like ending an awkward phone call.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's Agatha and Talia. They're both
Yeah.
yeah.
I will get a carriage, and I will go to the Velvet Masquerade.
Cool. Off you go. By this time, it must be 4, 5, probably after 5.
Right, so after they left,
Mm-hmm.
I would have gone to the Viscount. You know, if he was still, I would have knocked on his study door.
Mhm.
I wouldn't have presumed to go in. And if he spoke to me, I would have explained that the plans are in place. Like, we'll sort out the funeral.
Mm-hmm.
I just need him to basically tell me what to do because I don't know how to do that. And apologised again. And then if he's still, sort of working, I would have gone back up to my room.
Mm-hmm.
Looked through my things, unpacked a little bit, sort of sorted everything out. Sort of calmed myself down by like organising ribbons for a bit. And
Probably wouldn't have packed any of your bonnets.
That's okay. That's fair.
And yeah, as you unpack, you find a mysterious unmarked bottle with a clear liquid in it, with a sort of cloudy, silvery essence to it. A small bottle marked laudanum, and a letter, obviously.
And a jar of herbs.
Oh, and the jar and the tea, yeah.
Yeah.
And Taya's pajama top.
It's a small bag. It's a small bag of tea leaves with some instructions written on it on inside on some paper.
So I will read the. So I just noticed the queen.
Can I have a look?
Maijai did their wax stamp with a
Can I take
coin,
a picture of that?
and it is that's Queen
I've got a
Lizzie.
picture.
Oh, have you?
I meant to use the other side, and I was too.
That's so
Anyway.
funny. But anyway, so yeah, I'll have read the instructions on the tea, so I know what that is.
Oh, it had instructions with it.
Yes.
Yeah, he just said that.
I wasn't listening.
And yeah, so those 3 items, I'm confused, but I know Agatha said there was sort of something about giving me things and explaining about them. So I guess I'm going to look around my room for any sort of hiding place, any floorboards that feel like loose or any like, just sort of corners that wouldn't necessarily be looked at by servants to be cleaned.
Sure. Make a investigation check, perception check. No.
Oh, bad. 5.
Yeah, you think probably under your pillow is as good a place as any.
Okay, she's not dumb, so she's gonna actually put them under her mattress, so they're like hidden more. And then I guess I see the letter.
Put both dresses, by the way, as well, because she didn't know which one to pack.
Yeah, cool. And I guess I take some time and sit down with it and make myself read it.
Cool. Talia, what are you up to?
I would have asked Madam if I'm in the same room that I was in last time.
And you are.
So I will go down and unpack.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. I will sit on the bed. Is it how we left it?
It's exactly how you left it,
Cute.
but clean.
I'm gonna move the single bed so that it's on its own again.
Mm-hmm.
And I will unpack my things, and then I will sit on the bed with her letter, and I guess I will read that.
Mm-hmm. Ugh. Ugh.
What?
You.
What?
Just disgusted by you.
Why?
How helpless you are. Are you trying to do it one-handed?
That's a point, actually. Yeah. Rosalind probably does
Thank you for the letter. I couldn't open it.
No, that's actually a point. Rosalind probably does struggle with that for a second. She's going to sit under her window the way that she sat when she read the journal. My dearest Rosalind,
Talia, my dearest love.
forgive me if the means by which I get you this letter has caused any hurt. If you wish to tear this up and burn it before reading on, I would understand.
I beg you read this letter through in full before you attempt anything in response. Please, please.
I acted despicably. I cannot ask your forgiveness, for I know you would grant it to me, and it would be wholly undeserved. But if by chance you read on, know that I will spend my life and any life after making up for it. Never forget that you will always be forgiven, for you did nothing wrong. There is no excuse for my behaviour, the things I did, the things I said. I am appalled, ashamed, and every other word like it. I could try to explain my reasons, but in truth there were none. I was not thinking, merely acting, and everyone knows that is often where I fall short. I hope it did not backfire on you and ruin your plans. To think that in wanting to keep you safe I have put you in more danger, that I should be your ruin would fulfill a fear I have long had.
I do not know how to begin. Where can I hope to begin? What could I possibly have to say that will just do justice to any of it? I cannot begin, I cannot end. I can say only this. I love you, I love you, I love you. It overwhelms me now as it always has done, and I feel there is nothing else I can say but that I love you, that my earliest memories are the feeling of loving you, of following in utter awe of your shameless brilliance, your bravery, and that I have always been so starkly different from you, always afraid, always unsure. There are times I think I've been afraid every moment of my life, except when I'm alone with you. Quite often, I have wished to be more like you, and in recent weeks I've tried with all my might to draw strength from you and make you proud. It is my turn to be brave now, to step up and do right by my family.
The truth is, I am weak. My world crumbles at the slightest tremor, and I cannot hold myself together any better than a thread could move a horse, but you said you would try and be brave for me. The least I can do is give you the same promise. You have taken yourself into the jaws of the monster, and instead of thinking about how scared you must be, I thought only of my hurt. It was unfair to you. I know my words that day will have hurt you, and if I could make you forget that they ever left my lips, I would in a heartbeat. But alas, with all the fantastical things we have seen, I do not know a way to do that. I would not take that away to pardon myself. Those words were spoken, and I shall regret them until the day I die, and possibly longer. But because I know how your mind will taunt you, I must tell you not to believe it. You will think I know that I mean those words, that I still hold resentment, but I do not, and I never have, not truly. Your thoughts will tell you that this is what you deserve, to be scared and alone with no one. But believe me when I tell you that there is not a lie greater than that. You deserve to be loved and held and to feel as powerful as you are. Not because of what you can do for others, but because it is true. You need to believe that you are stronger than you have ever believed to get through this. And if your belief falters, know that I have enough for both of us. I have never had faith in the God that we are now told doesn't exist, but I have never needed it. I saw no reason in praying to something that never answered and whose teachings only made my life worse. My faith is not given without reason. It cannot be forced from me. I do not believe lightly. I have seen the way the world will turn its back, but I believe in you completely. There is nothing that I believe you cannot do. You have a strength in you greater than any man. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I know you have done this to save Archibald, and I understand why, and it is very brave of you. But please, whatever you do not think that you are disposable. You are not worth less than him. Whatever other intentions you have by sacrificing yourself, know that you have nothing to prove. Not to me, not to anyone. Especially not those foreboding figures that lurk over your self-confidence.
I came to London to prove myself. To try and be something more than merely decorative. To try and do something good for them. To try and be a Penhallow in more than just name. And I have failed on almost every count but this. This is the one thing I can do. The one thing only I can do. He is my brother. He is Papa's heir. I need to save him. I need to.
I know that you feel the need for their approval, but I am sorry that you do not understand it as much as I would like. Perhaps I am once again blinded by my own opinions of those who easily showed preference for appearances over their own child. How anyone could do what they have done to you, their own child, I do not know, and I shall never forgive them. To think of you having to face her again, knowing she will see this, how she will see this, boils my blood, and if it were in my power to prevent it, I would. Unfortunately, I do not know how to do that without spoiling your plans. You will not face her alone. Even if I am not by your side, I will always be there. You are not going alone. As for the other, more painful person to which I refer, I wish I could save you the heartache he has put you through. If this has been some act to restore his love, excuse my bluntness. No, you have got it the wrong way round. If anyone should be on their knees grovelling for forgiveness, it should be him. After what I have done, anyone would call me a hypocrite, and I suppose they would be right, for I have much to apologise for, but at least I am trying to work on my faults, of which there are several. He, however, seems completely unaware of any of his failings as a father, a husband, a friend. Make sure you make choices for yourself, not for him. He does not deserve you. Do not forget, he is the one who allowed that man into your life in the first place. He is the reason you are there now, and he will never apologise for it. I will blame him forever. If you disagree with me, then I am sorry for opposing you. And getting off topic, I have not written in a while, so perhaps I am not as succinct as I wish.
I can do this safely, bloodlessly, easily, with no physical repercussions for anyone but me. And so I must. It is all that I can do. I do believe it possible that by going to my fate today, I could save Archibald and redeem myself in the eyes of my family and the Brotherhood for the loss of Papa's ring. Perhaps reclaim the ring itself. Perhaps bring down a monster. Perhaps secure you and I an independent fortune in my widowhood. And I could protect everybody else all the while. So it is worth trying. I need you to trust me.
But despite my not liking it, personal feelings aside, it is a very good plan. I just wish I could guarantee your safety.
I'm so terribly, agonisingly sorry for having deceived you in this. I wish it were not so. We both know you would not have let me go.
I understand why you didn't tell me. How I've reacted to things before, I can see why it would seem impossible I would ever agree. And now we shall never know.
This is my choice, which I have made willingly and knowingly. I can do this, and so I must. I am resolved to offer myself as his wife in exchange for Archibald's life, and when it is done, I will have the power to discover and disclose such information as we could never have been able to before. And when he is dead, I shall inherit his fortune, his power, his social mobility, to use however we need, for all of us. For the two of us. I can do this, Taya. I have been performing all my life, perhaps in preparation for this, my greatest role to date. Though for a time it may be the most painful thing imaginable, I believe what I'm doing is for the best. For Archibald, for our families, for the fate of everything. The only thing I regret about any of it is how this will hurt you. It is not fair. It has never been fair.
Know that if I were allowed... I would marry you in a second. And unfortunately, that is a battle I have not figured out how to win.
I am to be the Viscount's wife in title and in writing, but I have been your wife. Your wife in heart, in soul, in body since the first night we danced together. And I will be yours until the day I die.
I will find comfort in knowing that when he puts a ring on your finger, I have put one there first. And if you ever need reminding of your strength or of my love, I hope that it will help.
Nothing and nobody can ever take me from you in any way that matters. I am yours entirely. Yours still. Yours always. My Talia.
Never doubt that loving you is easy. It is as easy as breathing.
Loving you has not been the shame, as I once tried to convince myself, but the sole saviour of my small existence, and it is now the talisman I will hold tight through everything I must now endure.
I will never stop loving you, Rosalind. And if my presence brings you any comfort, although I can't physically hold you, I have packed you the only thing I could think of in my place. If you wear it, imagine my arms around you instead, protecting you from anything that lurks in the shadows.
And when you are tormented, and you are angry, and you are restless, Know that I love you through all of it. It may not help or even be a comfort to you, but it is there nevertheless. I do not know what is to come. I do not know how long this next chapter may last or what new strange twists may arise, but I know you will succeed.
This world that we're coming to be part of is full of darkness and demons and monsters and evil, and you are the light. You are good. If anyone can save the world, it will be you. It turns out all these years I've been wrong. All of those fairy tales, all those stories. I thought I was the hero coming to save you, that I would take you away on far-off adventures and slay the wicked beasts. It turns out you took me away on an adventure, and it is not over yet. Our story is not yet complete, and one day when we're old and grown, maybe I'll write about us. I'll write our stories, and children will think they're fiction, and they'll laugh at how impossible it all sounds, and we'll let them, because at least those children will be free to laugh and enjoy the world that you helped save. We will get our life together, provided you still want me. Sorry, got carried away. My dream for us has not changed, but if yours has, then I shall mention it no more, and I shan't hold it against you. However, if you're still reading by now, then it gives me hope that I have not destroyed our chances completely.
And I know that you and I will be together again someday. Perhaps it will not be so long. Perhaps it will be with an extra fortune to my name. A future for us, where nobody can question our living together. It is that hope which I will hold on to in the dark times. In the meantime, I believe we may still communicate and meet where possible, with the aid of Mr. Pentecost's fine hand, those remarkable stones, and all the other admirable skills at everyone's disposal. My own ability to charm, lie, and pretend included. Despite the danger I put myself in, I do not intend to relinquish my place in this team. If anything, I am now stepping up further than I ever have before, for the good of all. I hope you will make that clear on my behalf, if you can, for those who will certainly doubt me. Please do not let them consider me lost, if possible. I want this to be seen as an act of bravery, not one of surrender. For once, I should quite like to be thought of as somebody brave.
My brave Rosalind, I just want to make it clear to you that you are everything you need to be. I have loved you from the side for years, and if you can smile to his face and sleep in his house, then I can at least not be a nuisance.
You are the bravest, most brilliant soul I have ever known, and I have been in awe of you since before I had the words for it. I love you, Talia Bronton. I am in love with you. I count the days until we see one another again, and to confess the truth, I hope most ardently that it shall be long before the wedding. I would very much like to feel your arms again before I endure his. Stay strong, my love. Remain close to our allies and friends. Hold on to them. You must all protect one another now more than ever. Stay in contact, but above all, stay as safe as you can. We will be together again soon, I promise, no matter what we have to do to get there.
I will do my best to keep you safe from afar. You are my heart. Please stay safe. Don't risk too much. Until I see you again.
Endlessly, your Rosalind.
Forever and completely yours, Talia Bronton. P.S. It is probably safer to not keep this letter in the house too long unless you are certain you can keep it hidden. And she just sobs. And that's it.
Yeah, she's just gonna sit and reread that a few times.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to pick up the pyjama shirt and just like hold it while I'm crying.
Welcome to the Rosalind and Talia show, I suppose.
Yeah, where's my 3-page love letter?
I wrote you a letter!
Lonely, lonely Aggie.
I'm not lonely, I'm with my dad.
That's so Agatha posting on Facebook in the summer holidays when she hasn't.
Just a selfie of you and your dad.
I'm not lonely, I'm with my dad. My dad's my
I
friend.
mean, to be fair, her dad was her best friend growing up.
No, he left me for months at a time. I actually quite resented him.
And yet was still the best friend you had.
I tried.
Yeah, my bed has now been
I
moved
tried, but my letters
into
apparently.
my dad's room. Just so that, one, I'm not alone,
Mm-hmm.
and two, he's not alone either.
That's nice.
Yeah. So,
There's just about enough room there.
yeah, it's probably a bit of a squeeze, but,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's where I'll stay.
Okay.
I've got no letter to read, so.
No?
I mean, you do have a letter.
That I've already read.
Probably don't want to reread it.
No.
No?
Sorry.
What time is it now?
Oh, I don't know. Getting late.
I just realised I'm not attuned to the stones yet. So Lucas told me it will take about an hour, won't it?
Mm-hmm.
So I will just hold the stones for an hour thinking about Rosalind.
Cool, yeah. So that's 2 things you're attuned to now. The hat.
I'm not attuned to the hat
Not
yet.
to the hat, yeah. Okay. That's 1 thing, and you get a maximum of 2, I think.
You get 3, don't you?
3?
On D&D,
No one
Beyond,
knows.
there's 3. But once I am attuned
Yes.
to the stones, I will attempt to give Rosalind a ring.
Rosalind is like sobbing
Ring,
on the
ring.
floor.
Yeah, what's it? No, so you can send 1 message to the stone.
Oh.
Yeah,
and They-
That's been explained like 2
Yeah.
times already.
So you send a message of like 25 words, I
Mhm.
hear it, and then I can send one back. That's it. It's
Oh,
not a
I thought.
conversation.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. I would just say, the tea is what you asked for. The potion is to get your way. Them is to poison. Bye.
Sure.
There's
And
6 more words. You didn't say like what the potion does.
it's too late.
Get-
It's
get-
too late. No, it's too late.
Give it to
Get my
No.
way.
how it's
It's-
used. No, I know. I'm not saying it can be
So-
changed. I'm just
Funny.
Do you have the stone on you?
It's like, so I've unpacked everything, so I would have put that like under. That I probably would have left under my pillow because I knew she was gonna call me.
So you know that the message isn't received.
Oh.
It's just something you can
I thought
stick,
I could
no.
hear it. Like I thought it spoke to me.
You have to have it on you.
Oh. Well, sorry, I got distracted by something else.
So is that?
You just know that.
So is that a waste then?
Yes.
Yeah, you can't use it
So-
again today.
You can use it again tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it just once a day?
That's what
Think,
you said.
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure.
Because
you said
otherwise,
Yeah.
I would have told
Mhm.
Lucas where the ball was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure on the moon ball you said it resets at dawn.
Yeah.
So I.
Mhm.
Is it midnight?
Isn't that what it usually is?
No, I think dawn.
I'm pretty sure he said dawn.
You did.
Okay.
You're just hoping to get 6 extra hours out of me.
Okay, so
Mhm.
Rosalind doesn't receive it. I'm just going to trust that she won't try and take anything yet.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't.
Okay. I don't know that. Oh, go make myself some dinner, then hop off to bed.
And as you fall asleep,
Oh, no.
the soft sound of your father's breathing bringing you some amount of comfort in this now what seems rather empty, more so than it was before, underground lair. You eventually drift off. And it's late. You can feel that innately. It's maybe 2 a.m. And it's quiet. More quiet than it would be. Because there's no breathing. You open your eyes to shoot up, and your father is standing over you, looking down.
This is true.
He drops to his knees and claws at you with his hands to sort of grab hold of your nightgown to pull you close. And his face is right against yours, and he says, "You need more power." And then he drops to the floor. And that's where we'll leave it.
What the
Excuse me.
What?
Excuse me.
Come back next week to see how this resolves in another fun episode of Damsels in Dicestress. Say goodbye to your audience.
No, it's not. I know.
I didn't think it was a dream.
I thought when it started and then... Alright, bye everyone.
Oh, things like, yeah, please do follow us on YouTube and like leave a comment below if you like it, or if this is Twitch. None of this makes sense, so whatever. Bye.
Love you patrons
Bye.
as well. You're
I
amazing.
think I'm gonna have a breakdown next episode.
Come join the fun.
Some